It is rivalry week, but I will keep my promise and be as classy as I can in this video. So to Saints fans, welcome, and the first thing I wanted to say to your team is F the Saints! What's going on, Falcons fans? Logan here. Welcome back to Rise Up Rundown, and if you're new here, welcome. Okay, in all seriousness, this team that we're about to face is really freaking good. No jokes this time, Saints fans. I actually will applaud your team for the way they built this roster. It's outstanding, I'll give you it. They have a really good offense, a pretty good defense, and they just seem to always be in contention no matter how many heartbreaking playoff losses they get. So I do have to applaud you guys on that one. The Falcons cannot lose any more games from here on out if they can magically make the playoffs. And those wins start right here in New Orleans. So, can the Falcons win this game? Let's go over this matchup starting right now. If you're new here at Rise Up Rundown and you're wondering how my game previews work, I will just go ahead and explain how they work right now. First, we go over summary to the matchup, which means we describe the story for both teams heading into the game. First the opponent and then the Atlanta Falcons. After that, we go over what to watch out for from the opponent. Obviously, this is going over the opponent's biggest strength, and the Falcons need to prepare for that. After that, we go over possible breakouts for the Falcons, and either this could mean that we're going over a weakness on the opponent's side of the ball, and the Falcons could take advantage of it, or this side of the Falcons' ball is going to be too much for the opponents to stop, whether that side of the opponent's ball is good or bad, if that makes any sense. And then last but not least, we go over keys to victory for the Falcons and how they can win the game. So, let's go over summary to the matchup for the Falcons versus the Saints. One of the better rivalries in the NFL, definitely one of the most heated, one of the most entertaining, just all around an amazing rivalry in the NFL. And let's just describe the story for the New Orleans Saints heading into the game. And they are red hot, man. They are really, really good right now. Jameis Winston is actually taking over as quarterback. This will be really interesting to see how he does. And yeah, you know, he played a little bit last week, but I want to see how he does like throughout the entirety of the game. He's definitely used to throwing deep with Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but now with Sean Payton, I don't know if he's going to switch up the game plan and go deep all of a sudden, because I know with Drew Brees you had to go like short to intermediate. I don't know if you're still going to do that with Jameis Winston or if you're going to go deep passing now. But anyway, I am interested to see how Jameis Winston does here in New Orleans with, you know, I'm not trying to, hate on the Saints receivers, but I think we all can agree that the receivers that Jameis is working with now is not as good as the ones he's worked with in Tampa Bay. So it'll be really interesting to see what Jameis can do here. But outside of that, the Saints are looking really good. The defense is coming along and, well, they are looking to win that division. And then for the Atlanta Falcons, not a very bright story for the Atlanta Falcons. They are 3-6, but statistically they are supposed to be a playoff team. Like Matt Ryan's killing it. Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones are killing it. Todd Gurley's actually statistically doing pretty good. The defense is actually coming along. So this is supposed to be a playoff team, but they decide to choke leads, and it's kind of frustrating, but whatever. They are hoping to make the playoffs, and they really cannot lose any more games. And this is a tough part of their schedule. They have to play the Saints twice, then they have to play the Raiders and the Bucs twice, and the Chiefs. But that is for later. The playoff run starts right here versus the New Orleans Saints. They have to win this, and if they don't win this, not that I was expecting a playoff run anyway, but it's just, yeah, we can count a playoff run over if we go 3-7 here. So, what do we have to watch out for from the New Orleans Saints? Well, the first thing we have to watch out for is the run game. Alvin Kamara has 104 attempts for 486 yards and 7 touchdowns. He is looking like his old self. He's just really good. Latavius Murray is also having himself a good season. 90 attempts for 378 yards and 2 touchdowns. And don't forget that Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston can run around a little bit as well. Now, the Falcons actually have a very good run defense, though. Apparently, we are the second highest run stop win rate. I meant to say not run block, run stop. In other words, we have the second highest percentage win rate to stop the run. That's kind of surprising. So in other words, we have a pretty good run defense, but this is the ultimate challenge here, is to stop Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, and even the quarterbacks. They can run around a little bit. The other thing we have to watch out for is the offensive line. Yeah, the Falcons do have the number 1 pass rush win rate, but this is going to be a challenge though, man. They are facing a very good Saints offensive line. I believe the Saints have only allowed 13 sacks on the season, and they have the 8th best pass block win rate at 62%. So this O-line is pretty good. And then the last thing we have to watch out for on the Saints team is the run defense. It is actually the 3rd highest win rate for the run stop, if that makes sense, for the Saints, which is 1 spot below us. And somehow the New York Jets have the number 1 run stop win rate. That's kind of weird. But anyway, yeah, the Saints have a pretty good run defense. So Todd Gurley, he's been great, but we have to see what he can do on this run defense. So, what are some possible breakouts for the Falcons? Well, the first one is, of course, the passing game, because, why not? The passing game just kind of seemingly breaks out every year. We have the number 2 passing offense in the NFL, and the Saints passing defense has nonetheless been pretty disappointing this year. They are statistically the 15th best passing defense. Marshawn Lattimore is a good corner, don't get me wrong, but he definitely has to face a lot of weapons here. Will he line up against Julio Jones? Will you have to double team him? But then the Saints have to worry about Calvin Ridley, who's having himself a breakout season. And if you take care of him, you also have to worry about Hayden Hurst. I mean, there's just a lot of weapons the Saints have to worry about here on the Falcons passing game. And then the last thing that could break out for the Falcons, and wow, I cannot believe I'm saying this. I really cannot. This might even be the first time I've ever freaking said this on this channel, or at least this is the first time I remember saying this. Oh my gosh, you're going to exit the video. Saints fans can say whatever the heck they want, but Falcons fans, I'm curious to know your thoughts. I think the secondary has a possible chance of breaking out. Yeah, I know, right? The worst unit on the Atlanta Falcons, and you're saying this is going to break out against the New Orleans Saints? Well, let me just explain myself. First off, it's no secret that Jameis Winston has a history of being a turnover machine. I mean, last year he got 30 interceptions, and you wouldn't really be all that crazy for thinking Jameis Winston could throw a lot of turnovers here. So that's one thing, but I'm gonna say it, man. The Saints receivers have not been bad this year, but they've definitely been disappointing, at least statistically. Like, Jared Cook and Emmanuel Sanders, I believe, are at 300 to 400 yards on the season. And, it's not that they've been bad, but they definitely haven't really been, who we all expected them to be. And Michael Thomas, was out for a while, but even when he's in, he doesn't look great. With, not the best receiving core for the Saints and Jameis Winston's turnover machine, I'm going to say it, but I think the secondary has a chance of breaking out here, but that's kind of a bold prediction. But what are some keys to victory for the Falcons? I think you got to bring in the blitz. As a Falcons fan, it's not really a secret to see that the blitz is really freaking working for this Falcons team. I see Keanu Neal coming in for the blitz. I see Deion Jones, Foye Oluokun, and of course, the defensive front. This blitz is really working, man. We need to continue to do that because I'm curious to see how it works against, one of the better O-lines in the league. And if we blitz here, I think we can contain Jameis Winston a little bit, which is kind of leading up to the next point. We got to lock down Jameis, make sure we blitz him a little bit so he kind of has a little bit of trouble running around. He is more mobile than Drew Brees, but you do have to contain him. And, I mean, surely if you contain Jameis, he'll throw an interception at some point, right? So, yeah, I would say lock down Jameis and bring in the blitz. And then, of course, keep scoring because, sorry, if you believe that this is still old school NFL and it's all defense, sorry, but you're going to be proven wrong, man. All these games are offensive minded. Like, we see the Bills and the Cardinals. They ended on a Hail Mary The Super Bowl last year was all high scoring. It's not that defense isn't important, but you are crazy if you think that defense is more important than offense in this league. I'm sorry, but you are. Like, this is an offensive league, and we have to freaking keep scoring. Our defense does need to step up. Don't get that twisted. I am not saying the defense shouldn't show up for this game. I'm just saying offense right now, especially against the New Orleans Saints, is way more important because we need to freaking keep up with Jameis Winston. Everyone knows Jameis Winston is capable of scoring a lot of touchdowns, so we need to keep scoring. But that's my take on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you guys with a game recap this Tuesday or Monday. I don't know. I'm thinking about releasing it early. We'll see. But anyway, I will see you guys with a video this Tuesday or Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Love and appreciate you all for the support. And as always, rise up.